spent about 4 or 5 days camping back there, and the camper just done super.
Okay.
Just outstanding. I couldn't believe how we had sleeping bags, and in the middle of the night or before long, you'd be taking those sleeping bags off and just be so warm you didn't have any covers on you at all. In the camper, it was cold. But the battery lasted 4 days, and then I had to do something different. But the butane would have lasted longer. I don't have one battery in it, but I was just amazed at the thing. But anyway, got into a big herd of elk, got a cow, and got so close to them, I was in 30 yards of them.
Oh, is that right?
And there was, I didn't see the big herd because it was too much shadows and too dark. I couldn't see all of them. But another guy up on the ridge, they come on up through the ridge where he was at, and he estimated to be 700 in that herd.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was just unbelievable. And I'd never heard them bugle and talk to each other the way they do until then. But I laid there and listened. It sounded like a big bunch of geese coming through.
I'll bet.
Just honking on the carrying on.
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, it's just an experience. So then I left there and I went down to Rod's property, and that's where I ran into trouble. I had to cross the Lewis and Clark River there. You know, you wade that river across.
Yeah.
And I got over there, I fell all day over there, and I didn't see anything, nothing happened. So just right at dark, then I had a big 8-pointer come up, buck, white-tailed buck, that's what I wanted, I shot him. And I threw a rope around him, dragged him into the woods to the river, and I thought the easiest way to get this deer out of here is just drag him up the river. Well, I threw him in the river, and I started wading up the river. And a river freezes from the bottom up. So the river is just mushy ice on bottom, and all the rocks are slick.
Oh, yeah.
And I was stumbling up that river, and it got dark on me. Now, the deer wasn't hard to pull. He floated, you know, like weight doesn't matter much in water, but when big chunks of ice hit, it yanked on me.
Yeah.
And I had to work my way up to a big break in the water, a big rapids, and cross above the rapids, because the only place we shot once you get through.
Yeah.
And it was probably, 2 city blocks I had to drag that deer. And stumbling on the rocks, it really got to me.
Yeah,
and so going up there, I lost my balance, and I said, I'm going down. I know I'm going down.
Yeah.
So I raised my rifle as high as I could, and I just sat down, and the water was right in my chin.
Oh, man.
Well, I got up, and I just had the shock of the water and all like that just got me immediately.
Yeah.
And I had to just put my brain in gear, or I wouldn't have got out of there.
Really?
I mean, yeah, it's just funny how that whole thing took over, and I just had to think.
Yeah.
And so I stood up, and I drug this thing over to the side of the bank, and got up the bank, and got myself together, and then I waited, I drug the deer up the bank, and all like this. It was totally dark. And I crossed the rapids, and at that time I was just totally exhausted.
I'm sure.
And I tied the deer off on a tree, and then I had to crawl over a pretty steep bank. And I just had to crawl up it, and I had to go about a half mile with the truck. When I got the truck, the time I got the truck, my clothes were frozen solid to me. It was 21 below zero.
Gee, Mr. Chris.
It was solid ice stuck to me, and I got in the truck and finally got warmed up, and I had about 8 or 9 mile drive back to camper to get on dry clothes.
Yeah.
But I thought, brother, I had gone too far. I had extended myself too far.
Yeah.
But I survived it, but I learned quite a lesson. And so
survival took over at the
my brain had to do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Physically, and all my wits were just, it just was funny. I was totally exhausted. I got into some big rocks, and they were real slimy, and I stumbled over them.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pull, and I was disorientated, and it happened so fast, and I just had enough whip that I didn't want that rifle to get wet. That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
So I held it as high above my head as I could, and I just sat down. And boy, at that point, I had to put my brain in gear, and it had to tell me to get out of there, or I was done.
Yeah.
You know, I could just see how hypothermia was you just have no strength. It just takes over immediately. So anyway, I had quite an experience that way, and I know I won't do that again.
Yeah.
Once is enough for anybody. But got the deer and elk, and everything's fine, and we may go over there for Thanksgiving. I'm not just sure yet. Mary just left for school, and she's supposed to, we're going to decide whether we're going to go over there for Thanksgiving or not. But I'm supposed to take a trip, supposed to leave tomorrow, and go up into Canada with this guy again, up into northern Canada. They've had a lot of snow south of here and a lot of rain south of here, but Alaska and Canada area is all just frigid cold.
Yeah.
November
Just
22nd.
If the weather's been just cold, about blizzard, we're gonna go.
Yeah, is that right?
Drive back. I'll be back probably Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Just take some stuff up there with him. Like I go wireless, but that's kind of the plans right now.
Yeah.
So how's things with you?
Pretty good. Just been keeping busy each day.
Have you?
Yeah, retirement ain't for sissies, is it?
Well, it's tough like this.